Hello, my name is Aaron Green of the Spanish Guitar Workshop. I'm here today in my home. We're recording on some instruments, including this one here, which you're going to hear in a moment in my dear friend Chris Ladd's most capable hands. But before that, I'm going to tell you all about it. This is a 1910 Manuel Ramirez. This guitar was owned, performed, and recorded upon by my dear and dearly missed friend Frank Wallace. This instrument can be heard, by the way, on his album Four Spanish Guitars. And while all four of those instruments are magnificent, I think this one really shines and was definitely one of his favorite guitars. To talk about it, I think you can probably tell that it is a smaller plantilla, and it is in fact a 6/30 scale length. It is in utterly remarkable state of preservation, and I don't just mean the lack of discernible repairs. The soundboard is incredibly beautiful. It looks like a brand new guitar in terms of its topography from the string tension, and everything about it is very precise, clean, one and done. Not particularly belabored, but very beautiful, which is exactly what you would expect of a Spanish instrument of this period. I think one of the things that I love most about it from an aesthetic perspective, and I'll see if you can catch that on the camera, is this neck. The neck on this guitar is ramrod straight. The action is perfect. It's incredible for a 114-year-old guitar, to be honest with you. But this is a piece of Spanish cedar that most builders, myself included, would probably not choose to use because it does not line up with our current metric of beauty or perfection when it comes to the materials we use. However, I think it's absolutely stunning. And of course, like I said, the neck is perfectly straight. After 114 years, it's pretty much done whatever it's going to do. Now, coming up soon, I'm going to have another discussion video, and this instrument will be featured in that, along with two other guitars of a similar size and vintage, and all three of them have a very cool thread kind of connecting the three of them, and I'm really looking forward to talking about that. But there is one thing I do want to speak to specifically with this guitar as it relates to the guitar world at large, and that is this. In addition to being one of Frank's most cherished instruments, this guitar, I think, is his wife Nancy Knowles' favorite. Now, Nancy is a magnificent mezzo-soprano, and she and Frank performed together in a variety of musical ensembles over the years. And I think it raises an important point of consideration for guitarists, which is, what do musicians of other instruments think about ours? Generally speaking, in my experience talking to musicians of other instruments, they don't really focus on the horsepower or lack thereof when it comes to the classical guitar. They do, however, talk a lot about the color and the complexity of the voice and the amount of, it's a musical palette, if you will, the tone colors, all the things that really set the classical guitar apart from all the other instruments. And this is a really important consideration for guitarists as they go forth and choose their instruments. I think it brings in another perspective, and it really speaks to what people who are going to go hear you perform are listening for. So this is an incredibly colorful guitar. It's amazingly vibrant. It's alive. It's just one of the most successful Spanish instruments of any vintage that I've had the chance to experience and to study, and it certainly has taught me a lot as a guitar maker. I hope you enjoy the recordings that Chris does on it, and thank you very much for watching.
you.